Bonjour à tous, ici Altrue et bienvenue pour l'épisode numéro 5 du Let's Play sur KCD, Kingdom Come Deliverance. On allait dormir, mais avant ça, on devait retirer nos chaussures. Ah mais c'est déjà fait, on avait déjà retiré nos chaussures. Et on est en état d'ébriété, on a un petit malus en bas d'alcool, mais pas grand chose parce qu'on a bu la potion de sauvegarde. Par contre, bonjour. C'est chez moi là par contre. Hein. Je crois qu'elle veut parler, donc on va lui parler. Je crois que c'est un PNJ auquel on aurait dû parler avant, mais visiblement elle, elle nous a suivis jusqu'ici. Alors, donc encore une fois on a un dialogue, il va falloir choisir. Bon, comme c'est une villageoise, on va, je pense, arriver à l'impressionner avec la force.
Sigismund's army appeared out of nowhere. There were so many of them, not just infantry, but cavalry too. Those foreign mercenaries with their strange helmets and the souls of beasts.
Heavens above!
On va lui parler de nos parents.
We all ran towards the castle for shelter, but they were too fast for us. They slaughtered everyone they caught and torched their houses. I barely escaped and they murdered my parents.
God bless you, boy. I'm terribly sorry for your loss.
Dis donc, heureusement que ça a réussi, j'imagine pas que ça raterait un truc pareil, quoi. Pas trop triste. Ok, donc maintenant on va pouvoir dormir. Et donc là on va choisir combien de temps on va dormir. Hop. Car bien sûr à cette époque là il savait se réveiller, hop, en claquant des doigts sur demande. Non mais donc, bon on va dormir au matin déjà pour commencer. Donc plus on dort longtemps, plus ça fait monter notre énergie. Mais plus on aura faim bien sûr, mais ça c'est normal, c'est le temps qui passe. Ah, on est interrompu avant d'avoir pu dormir complètement.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry.
Ah, c'est la princesse qui vient nous voir.
Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Ouais, gentil. C'est gentil quand même.
Kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
C'est vrai qu'à cette époque, à moins d'être chanceux comme Henri, en cas de trauma, il devait pas y avoir grand monde, bah, j'imagine peut-être l'église, mais il devait pas y avoir grand monde à qui en parler quoi. En dehors. Ah, alors on a le fameux bug, oui ça j'avais eu ça la dernière fois aussi. Donc là Henri il est mal placé, il est assis à droite de la princesse, ou à gauche de la princesse en flottant dans le vide, et du coup la caméra elle arrive pas à suivre parce qu'il est censé être sur le lit. C'est pas grave.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened.
Alors, on va lui raconter.
Unexpected. The day started just like any other.
Tom
Father
avait
sent
envoyé
me
faire
to
les courses. Et là, alors on va pas lui parler d'une leçon au Germain parce qu'elle va peut-être pas aimer. On va lui parler de...
A fellow by the name of Kunish owed money to father,
Ah.
who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunish had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved. But Kunish still wouldn't cough up
À
the
qui j'ai
coin,
raconté ça du coup? Enfin, quelle option c'est qu'il a choisi pour moi? J'ai pas le temps de cliquer.
letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Ah si, d'accord. En fait, quand le temps est écoulé,
When I'd
il
done
a
all the
cliqué là où
errands,
j'avais
I
mon
headed back
curseur,
home.
d'accord.
I
Ok.
promised father I'd help him with his
Donc
work.
on
and
voit
I was
là,
looking
on voit
forward
Henri
to
sur la droite,
it. He was forging a sword for Sir
mal
Radley.
placé. Alors... Bon, donc on voit qu'on va pas l'impressionner avec la force, on va l'impressionner avec le seigneur Radzig.
The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
Ok, donc là on a toutes les stats de la princesse.
A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack,
How awful.
and then death descended on Skalitz.
Cette caméra qui vise rien, c'est marrant. Les villageois ont couru, je les ai vus tuer ma bien-aimée Bianca. Ils ont tué mon père et ma mère. Ah bah on va leur
Father
dire ça,
told
oui.
me to
On va
take
lui dire ça.
shelter in the castle while he went to get mother.
Ça c'est sûr
She was
d'avoir sa
stranded in
sympathie ça.
town, surrounded by Sigismund butchers.
Et puis c'est quand même le plus important à dire. Si on part du principe qu'il raconte ça pour se soulager un peu son cœur, il faut qu'il raconte la partie la plus importante.
Saw father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle.
Alors... Les comment piller le village, ouais. On va parler de ça, ouais. Le pillage.
The humans were going from house to house below the castle, looting and then torching them. They encircled the castle, and it was clear they could spot me at any moment.
May God punish them.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her.
C'est vrai
I
qu'on a
had
eu ça.
Sir
nous.
Radzig's sword,
Ouais.
and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life.
Voilà. Donc en
After
fait,
that, I stole a horse from them and rode
dans le
off.
canon,
Like a
et Henri,
valiant
il
knight.
va d'abord aider et après il vole un cheval. Mais moi, pour éviter de risquer ma vie, j'ai d'abord volé le cheval et après je suis allé les aggro.
For the rest of my life.
C'était un peu plus simple. Je reviens pas que j'ai jamais pensé à ça.
How
Avant
could
aujourd'hui.
something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets
Ah,
such things
Henri
happen.
a été remis à la place,
You
à la bonne
poor
place.
boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding, those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
Du coup, le mari s'est fait emprisonner avant même qu'il ait pu voir sa femme, quoi.
Awful.
Bonne ambiance, hein.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years,
Pendant
but it
des années.
seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
Par la grâce de Jésus
7 years.
et la rançon quand même. Hein.
And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city. There was something going on. And now...
Ouais, elle
here.
s'emmerde quoi. C'est aussi pour ça qu'elle vient nous voir en personne, je pense.
You're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Ah, ça drague.
Would that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Et bon, on aura bien réussi le dialogue en tout cas, on n'a pas eu d'échec. Et il s'endort avec le sourire, incroyable. Ah, il s'endort avec le sourire, mais ça l'empêche pas quand même de faire des cauchemars, hein, ça c'est sûr. Après ce qu'il a vécu.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is that? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Tiens, on a resté à dormir assez longtemps pour avoir de l'énergie. Ah oui, beaucoup d'énergie, dites donc. Hein. Ah, c'est le jeu qui triche un peu parce qu'on aura dormi que 6 heures et on aura récupéré quasiment toute notre énergie, c'est... Ouais. Ah, faut remettre les bottes par contre. Hein. Voilà. Hop, alors c'est parti. C'est parti, bien sûr, dans quelle direction? Celle-ci.
Probably why they
Prepare for the worst.
Ah, il est là.
But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
Hey, you men down there. Tell the people outside the walls to prepare for attack. Quickly, do you understand?
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies say?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Ils sont tous vachement zen, je trouve, hein, parce que, alors qu'ils ont des armées hostiles qui passent de château en château, là. Ça montre vraiment à quel point les châteaux à l'époque, ça permettait de démultiplier les forces, hein, quand t'étais en défense.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions! Who
Ah, mais
else,
c'est...
Robert?
Sir
C'est le
Radzig!
seigneur.
What a relief!
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Il est
Are
fou,
you
lui.
mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Bon, donc du coup, les habitants de la ville tuto, là, Skalitz, ils ont pu s'échapper. Grâce à la tempête et la nuit. Ça leur évite de faire un siège de 5 ans. Au fait, dans l'épisode 1, j'ai dit des bêtises, hein, au cas où. Au début, on voit des mines dans la cinématique d'intro. C'est pas des mines de fer, c'est des mines d'argent, évidemment. Parce que le fer, c'est pas très intéressant. Là, c'est qu'ils minent de l'argent à Skalitz. Et c'est sans doute pour ça, d'ailleurs, qu'ils se font attaquer, j'imagine. Parce que l'argent, à l'époque, c'était... ça avait de la valeur, bien sûr. Comme
Men,
maintenant, aussi.
tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled and report everything to me at once. Understood?
Yes, sir.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements, my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done to me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later. God be with you.
Ok. C'est quand même bon, je comprends qu'il faut payer notre dette et rendre service et tout, il n'y a pas de souci. Mais on vient quand même de se prendre une flèche dans la cuisse. Ça fait 6 heures qu'on vient d'arriver seulement, hein, et qu'elle a été retirée. Et on nous demande de rester debout sur un rempart sous la pluie dans la nuit, alors qu'on n'a pas eu le temps de bien dormir pendant des heures, quoi. Ah, c'était pas la même ambiance à l'époque, hein. Donc en fait, j'attends ici, quoi. Ok. Voilà. Voilà. Eh ben, merci. Voilà. Et ben c'est super, hein. Monter la garde sur les remparts. Ouais. Alors je crois qu'on va voir un tuto ou quelque chose pour nous expliquer comment passer le temps, j'imagine, parce que là... sinon on va y passer 3 heures là. Est-ce que l'heure est bloquée là, tiens? L'heure est bloquée, ouais, ok. Donc on est en plein tuto là. Bon alors ceci dit, l'ambiance est folle, hein, je trouve. Les bruits de la nuit et tout, c'est incroyable. La pluie, etc. C'est très immersif. Il va m'apprendre à m'appuyer contre le mur, trop bien. Non, en fait c'est pour le tuto, voilà, T. Donc on peut appuyer sur T et attendre la durée qu'on veut, mais par contre attention, c'est pas du repos, hein. Donc l'énergie baisse et l'alimentation baisse pendant qu'on attend. Hop, c'est parti. Ah oui, toujours quand on passe le temps dans le jeu, j'ai remarqué, ça baisse de moins en moins vite au fur et à mesure qu'on se rapproche de l'arrivée. Donc en fait, des fois il vaut mieux mettre plusieurs heures d'avance après là où on veut se réveiller et se réveiller en faisant l'échappe. Alors il sonne un truc, mais est-ce qu'il faut que je vienne? Ah. Je vous rentre sur le chemin de ronde. Mais j'y suis, oui. Mais peut-être ailleurs alors. Oh, c'est le chemin de ronde. Bah, j'y étais, hein. Ok, apparemment faut que je vienne, hein. Ah ouais, j'y vais. Ok. Qu'est-ce qui se passe encore? Ah oui. Les armées sont là, bien sûr. Ils cherchent justement le seigneur qui s'est échappé.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalitz and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of
Donc voilà, c'est pas lui, Sigismund, c'est son représentant. En général, j'imagine.
Strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markvart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His
Ça tourne un
Majesty
peu quand
took
même, hein.
action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Ratzik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Ratzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Donc, je trouve ça fou parce qu'il est vachement. Le seigneur là, qui est de notre côté là, il est vachement agressif alors qu'il est sur le point de se faire rouler dessus s'il parle mal quoi. Et pourtant, quand on lui dit est-ce qu'il est loyal à machin, non, non, moi je suis loyal à personne, ok. Est-ce que machin là, non, non, il est pas là. Vous semblez de mauvaise humeur, non, je suis de bonne humeur. Oh là là, c'est très. Ah. Allez, demi-tour. Victoire diplomatique.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Par contre, lui, il va falloir le buter, hein. Un jour. Il a tué 2 parents, quand même. C'est un criminel de guerre. Bon, et bien ceci conclut notre épisode numéro 5. Voilà, on est dans une bonne durée pour un épisode comme celui-ci. J'espère que ça vous a plu. Je vous remercie d'avoir regardé et je vous dis à la prochaine pour l'épisode suivant.